Beyond Meat stock just last week, and last week is Monday till Friday, gained from about $90 per share to $133 per share, which is 47.7%. Now this small company, well, $8.2 billion company, is really potential. I believe that Beyond Meat is a $1,000 stock. You don't believe me? Then welcome, or welcome back to another episode of Beyond Meat Mondays. And this is the topics that we will talk about. First, the stock performance. The stock performance is unbelievable. I didn't saw any stock that, or just a few stocks that had this performance. So stay tuned. Q1 earnings was phenomenal for this company. So we will deep dive into those. We will also talk about Beyond Meat potential, what I think, and also the guidance by the company for the near future. And last but not least, my personal view on Beyond Meat stock. So also Beyond Meat obviously was affected by the latest turmoil on the markets. Now we saw before all this started in the mid of February range, $126 per share. Okay, then we went down up to $54 per share. So we lost about 57% of the company's value. Now, then we had the small bounce back down to about 57, and then we just knew one direction, which is up, and since then we got 130% up. But since even if you consider the last lowest price, it was even 147%. Now, why this happened to the stock and why the stock is now, and is it right that the stock is now at $8.25 billion? This we will discuss in this vlog. But the main reason why the stock shoot up so recently was the Q1 earnings, which were phenomenal. The Q1 earnings were the most important part, but just one puzzle piece. Because on the other side, there was also bad news for the meat production business, okay? The whole health situation not only affecting the industries that are producing and industrial companies, but also food producing companies, obviously, because nobody is safe from this. Not only that, this heavy enemy that we are talking about that begins with a C and ends with a 19 is also a zoononial. I think it's called something with zoo. So from the zoo where you go and visit some animals. Anyway, this term means that this is in health crisis not only for humans, but this can go also on animals. So you can also see how our food could be contaminated by all of this. So let's dive into the Q1 earnings. And guys, those earnings were so good that the stock went up next day even 23%. Can you imagine a stock that is going up 23% during current environments and with a withdrawn guidance? I think that's pretty amazing, and let's dive into why. So we see that Beyond Meat posted a better than expected, and this is very important, guys. For earnings, it's always what's expected, what's delivered. If a company way over deliver, then the stock skyrockets like a SpaceX rocket, and if it's not meeting the expectation or really doing bad, then it's dropping like a stone. However, Beyond Meat is the SpaceX rocket, and actually the company reported a net income of 1.8 million. This doesn't sound so great or so big for a $8.25 billion company, though imagine that this company was expected to have a loss of, a couple of $1 million. So this was very, very positive. And also the earnings per share was 3 cents, and compared to a net loss of 6.6 million last year and a 95 cents loss per share last year. So huge improvement year over year. It is actually 141% revenue growth, guys. This is unbelievable, guys. This is such a growth company. They're just beginning, guys. But we will come into the part where we are talking about the potential, because the $97.1 million revenue was not enough. I mean, these numbers alone are pretty amazing, but also the gross margin could increase significantly. This was significantly, almost 40% gross margin on a product. This is great, and they could increase that. They think that they can even maybe hold these levels due to mass production, obviously, to the product, but also because they can really improve the packaging, the overall cost reduction. And this is the beauty about growth stocks. They can grow so fast, and on the other side, they're so young that they have so much to learn how to reduce costs and cost and cost. And therefore, however, they said in the earnings call as well as the earnings report that the difficult times are ahead. Though their business is like 60-40 with restaurants business, and the overall new development of ordering was increasing and therefore almost covering the loss into the restaurant business, the overall outlook is very, very unknown. Therefore, also Beyond Meat didn't want to say anything about the outlook, which is, in my opinion, for all the companies that cannot give an outlook, that means not positive times ahead, right? I mean, what if you don't say anything positive, then better, don't say anything. But talking about this, which potential this stock has? Well, and I know what you're thinking. Who is this guy who has a shirt that looks like the carpet of my grandma? Can't tell me anything about the Beyond Meat potential. Well, I have 5,000 subscribers, a little bit more than that. Maybe this is like a social proof. Maybe we can work on that. So make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. But the potential is huge, guys. Not only that, the overall market for protein-based meat, artificially manufactured, is growing about 55% as per earnings call with the CEO Ethan Brown, which I love when the CEOs are still the founders of the company, because their vision drives the overall company since the very beginning. Now, overall, you can see that this is one of a hell gold mine that the Beyond Meat currently sitting on, because think about that the meat production is one of the most earth-destroying things that the humans are doing. Now, if you don't believe me, just go on Netflix and watch the Explained Water Crisis documentary, as well as the documentary of Cowspiracy. Because if you go on Netflix and if you have a membership there, if you don't have, then doesn't matter, because also here you can get some membership. Wolf of Dubai, just click the join button under the video and you will be guided to my memberships, which is less than a Netflix membership, and you get access to many other things here on this channel and the community. However, I think that if they can manage the growth and the operation of this company, and I don't think this is the hardest part. It's not like we are building here Tesla or SpaceX. I think it's a little bit easier than that. But if they make things right, then I believe that this stock can reach at least $1,000 per share. I mean, we were already at 240, right? Or 220. So we can be with an increasing change of consumer behavior into the fast lane, highway straight to the $1,000 per share very soon. And I'm talking like 3 to 5 years, guys. Okay. So think about that. But the guidance of the company is quite important. And if a guidance is missing, how an investors like us can evaluate the stock value future? Now, we have a couple of guidelines, right? We know how the market is evolving. We know that they are really killing it. And we know that Wall Street maybe underestimated them, which is very, very good. That's why the stock, got so overrun by the latest days and grow like 47%. If you don't invest it yet, well, you will still have the chance one day, because I think the current market is a little bit overvalued, but this is just my personal opinion, and maybe we will just go on like that. However, I'm already saying to you, this stock is a buy long term. So even at $130, right, it's still less than people bought it at $200, guys. So think about it. If this is a stock for you, guidance is definitely something that you can estimate for yourself, right? Just read the earnings report and you will see that the guidance will be quite interesting for all of those companies, okay? Q2 will be super interesting. Well, finally, if you came to this part of the video, make sure to thumb up this video if you like it so far. And I really appreciate if you are new here, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell, because I'm vlogging every single day. I'm putting live streams out every single day and breaking news every single day. So it's pretty value to just subscribe, because it's totally free for you. But where is my personal opinion about the Beyond Meat stock? I think, as I said, that the potential long term is there for $1,000 stock. Okay, this means that the market value would be around 10 times that high, which is below $100 billion, which I think it's okay for a company that will make billions in revenue very soon. Now, in a very fast growing market, you have also to understand that first people are thinking, well, is this really worth it? But it's the magic to see that this front runner sometimes will be the one that having a huge leap, okay? Not only in the development, I tasted their burgers, they are super amazing. I really like them even more than the real meat. So I don't know, how about you? Test it out, guys. Go to a shop, buy Beyond Meat, see how is the inventory for this product, and then you will judge for yourself if this is something for you. I saw Tesla very early, okay? I saw Tesla huge potential at $178, and I see a similar potential here in Beyond Meat as well. So let me know in the comments what you think, and until then, bon appetit.